guys, welcome back on 360 Degrees with Opeyemi. Discussing the topic I call the multi-talented human, discovering your greatest strengths. Okay, I decided to address this topic because some months back I had this discussion with a lady that is more like my younger sister, and I asked her, okay, she's actually done with secondary school, and then I asked her, what are your plans before you actually go to any institution of your choice? I mean, this whole school thing might not exactly work at once. Do you want to learn something, or do you want to work? Like, what kind of experience would you actually love to get before going to the higher institution? And then she actually said she cannot exactly place her hand on what is her greatest strength, because she feels she has a lot of things she loves and she feels she's good at. She would love to actually explore a lot of things, but she doesn't want to appear unserious, because so many people feel when you have you love this one, you love that one, then you're like an unserious person. You know the saying, jack of plenty trade, master of none. It's more like, okay, because you're not focusing on one thing, then you actually do not have a direction for your life, which I feel is a very wrong narrative that people should stop pushing to others. Because a lot of people have talent, raw talent, given to them by God, seriously, and they can do a lot of things. And I mean, it's beautiful. You cannot pay purpose creativity. Creativity is just something that is particular to people, it's special. So having inbuilt ability that allows you to do a lot of things does not mean that you do not have direction, or you don't know where you should be focused. I mean, the only thing is there might be some things that you would love to focus more on than others. And that brought in the second part, which is discovering your greatest strength. I mean, you could have a lot of things that you enjoy to do, because you're a person that is actually you are actually good at doing a lot of things, but there might be something you are better at doing, and then you might need to figure that out and probably brush up your skills on it and do it better. But these days, it's even like Nigeria doesn't even allow for a lot of creativity to try, so you just have to like give the push, be out there, do your thing, and make yourself known. I mean, it's beautiful if you're someone who I mean, probably you went to school, you studied medicine, you have a good, you can actually sew clothes, you can sing, you have a talent for, you can combine a lot of things together, from the fact that you went to school, you studied medicine, and also you're good at sewing, you're good at a lot of skills, you can sing, you can do this, you can do that. I mean, it's a beautiful one. Who says you cannot actually combine all of those things together? I mean, except for, okay, if you decide to focus on the fact that you study medicine, you decide to become a doctor, I mean, maybe that's where you find yourself functioning better. That is your greatest strength. That is what you would rather prefer that you focus on. It doesn't mean that you are going to put off being a fashion designer. It doesn't mean you're going to put off being a fashion designer. It doesn't mean you're not going to sing. But then there is one of which you tend to actually do better, which is the fact that you decided to become a doctor. That is where you actually see that you would function more. That is your greatest strength. So when you discover your greatest strength, ensure that you work to build yourself in that line and function in it better. And also learn not to discourage people when you see them talking about their passion or the fact that they love to do so many things. I mean, you hear people say, you love to do this one, you love to do that one, you love to do another thing. How many things do you want to do? So it's like you don't know what you want to do. It's like you're not focused. It's like you don't have plans for your life, which is actually a bad thing to do. You just don't talk down on people's talents or the things they love and they believe they can get creative around. parents tend to do that thing a lot. I mean, you ask something you really enjoy, and they're like, no, we paid for you to go to school. So really, you're saying you're going to put down your education and you want to become a musician, or you want to become a DJ. Oh my God! So it's easier for people to talk you out of the things you love to do or the things you enjoy doing. But then if you have a passion for something, you have a good knack for something, and you know this is your natural talk, it will be a good one to pursue something in that line. Using myself as an example, I remember sometime, wasn't last year, 2 years ago, when I was 7, there used to be this guy. We started getting close. I met him during service year, and we got close. He works in a very good place. He's a very good person. He's nice and all of that. And then getting close to him, I was actually all about getting close to him was more like, okay, let me get to know this person more. He's a good person, and we could probably give relationship a try. And he's someone that he knows my interest. He knows the fact that I love media, I love baking, I love fitness too. So, and baking for me, cake for me is like one thing I want to get. Just baking is one thing I want to do every time. It interests me. It gives me so much joy. And we had a talk one time, and I told him about the fact that if I see maybe a media company or a PR company that's actually recruiting, I would love to apply there. So he told me he was going to push out for a particular place for me where I could actually apply, talk to them there and see if he could arrange an interview for me. And after a week, I asked him about it, and then he mentioned the fact that they might schedule something for the following week. So I told him that I would actually appreciate if he checked in earlier to know what date my interview will be, because I had a plan to travel, which is to attend a cake class organized by my boss. It's a brush up kind of class, and I told him, and the response was something I knew it totally messed up all of the good side of him. Because it looks like a part of him that would be difficult for me to do, it was coming out. He actually said it in Yoruba. I'll say it in Yoruba and I'll say it in English. He was like, so we got him on friend to be able to make sure we're secure or in your consignment. We got home when people cake cake. So the other actually meant is that I'm trying to help you secure a good work in a good company. That one is not like enough for you. You would actually rather prefer to go about doing cake. It should be like a cake, like this is just a menial thing. It really does not, there's nothing to eat, it's just bullshit. You're not interested in probably in an office, sitting there working on that AC and all of that. You're more interested in going about saying you want to be baking cake and all of that, doing trivial things. So it legit led to us having an argument, and from there it looks like everything got ugly. Like one thing led to another thing, led to another thing, led to another thing. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to work with this person because bringing down my creativity it was low. It was really low for me. I expected somebody that is interested in me to know the things that I love to do and is as well interested in those things. And that's why I'm really happy for the friends I have. Even if it's going to take me forever to work on those things and improve myself, they'll always be there to encourage me. They'll always be there to show support. They'll always be there to love me, encourage me, and push me through the ladder. So, seriously, your creativity is beautiful. Whatever creativity you are into, whatever thing you're doing, it's beautiful. If you have a skill or you have multiple skills, you're amazing. You're literally, how do I put it now? You're more like superhuman. Yes, being able to do a lot of things is beautiful. It's amazing. So when you can actually see yourself functioning in this, functioning in that one, functioning in another thing, go for it as long as you can. But then it is important that you identify your greatest strength. What is that one thing that I love to do more? What is that one thing that when I choose not to do other things, I would always do this thing? I love it. I just want to stand by this and everything. You might need to brush up your skills in that line. You might need to get better. You might need to improve yourself. You might need to just go all out for it. But it shouldn't kill your creativity. You are amazing. Your creativity can never be bought. your creativity is unique to you, and that is why you are unique. And so that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. Seriously, I cannot wait to have you next week again. Don't worry, we're going to start something much more fun. Introduction of guests, the jokes, the play, the fun. It will be more than just you seeing my face, but you still have to see my face and we are like stuck together. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And also, if you have any topic you would love me to discuss, or you have a life experience you would want to share, you can always reach me. Send me a DM on IG, on Instagram at @Quinces_F, and I will always be available to reply to you. Thank you for joining me. I love you.